are you? In this video, we'll discuss about Git in Anaconda platform. Okay, so what is Git? Git is a VCS. So VCS is nothing but version control system created by 2005 by Linus Torvalds, who started the Linux kernel. Okay, so version control system. What do you mean by say software version? So what do you mean by software version? Suppose I think you have seen that the version of software is 0.0, 0.1.1, okay, 3.1.3. These are what software versions. Now, suppose one software is we are developing one software, okay, and say till now everything is okay. Now we put some version, say 0.1.1. Now if some logical error is there or any bugs is there, or if you want to add some more components, we have to increase the version. Okay, now are you getting my point? So this is called software version. Acha, Git is a open source software available for installation on Unix, Windows and Mac OS. Okay, so it is an open source software, it's a freeware. Git is one of the most popular version control system and it is used in billions of projects. Okay, that's why I'm preparing this video. That's why I'm shooting this particular video. Git has a distributed architecture. Distributed architecture means what? For the same project, we can, the location may be the different. Okay, maybe India, maybe UK, okay, maybe Bangladesh. Are you getting my point? Sri Lanka, or we can say Myanmar. So it's a distributed architecture. This means that every person contributing to a repository has a full copy of the repository on their own development machine. Suppose India is developing something, so that particular updated version will be available for all the locations, on all the locations. Suppose Bangladesh has developed something, same software, that will be available in this particular Bangladesh machine as well as the other machines too. Git doesn't rely on the kind of centralized server to provide control organizations to its workflow. Okay, Git can work as a standalone program, as a server and as a client. So that means on a single machine we can implement Git. Not necessarily we need distributed architecture every time. Okay, this means that you can use Git in on a single machine without even having a network connections. You can use it as a server on a machine where you want to host your repository. You can use it as a server on a machine where you want to host your repository, and then you can use Git as a client to access the repository from another machines or even at the same machine, same one. Okay, so the thing is, suppose one project is going on. Okay, say Python, the platform is the Python, and say 4 locations are there. Maybe Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, and Sri Lanka. Okay, now Bangladesh is updating some portion of the program. Bangladesh updated some portion of the program. So how Pakistan, India, or Sri Lanka knows about that? So Git will control all these things. Similarly, suppose Pakistan software engineer wants to change something in its machine, and that should be reflected to others too. So Git will help to manage the software. Are you getting my point? Now the question is how to implement it. So to implement it, we need definitely we need to open the Anaconda PowerShell prompt as well as Spyder. After opening this Anaconda PowerShell, we have to install Git. If it is already there in your machine, it's okay. You can check whether it is already there or not. You just type Git version. If it gives some output, then that means what, that software is already there. If it is not giving, definitely you have to execute these particular instructions to install Git in your machine. Okay, so definitely we need to open these two Spyder. Sorry, not necessarily Spyder. You can use anything. You may use Jupyter. You may use anything, any program you can use in the Git. So suppose Spyder. Spyder. Okay, I need Spyder as well as I need you can say Anaconda PowerShell prompt. You just see this one. You just click this. Okay. Now here we come. Now what you have to do? We have to install it. So for that you have to write conda. Okay. Okay. Spyder is opening. Now we have to write conda to install Git in Anaconda platform. Conda install -c, then Anaconda Git. Okay, conda install -c Anaconda Git. So you have to, then you have to just enter it. Okay, you just enter it. You just enter it. Okay, so actually it is that, so software is already there, already requested package is already installed, so it is okay. So in this way we can install it. Now we can check the version of the Git. So you have to write Git, you have to write Git version, okay, and enter. So this is what our version 2.34.1.windows.1. Okay, so after that, so we need to suppose create one folder. You can see here, create one folder in C drive called academic, and create a file inside academic called PI file. So create one folder. You just do this one. Open it. Okay, open it, and here you create one folder. Name of the folder say academic. Okay. Now inside academic, nothing is there. It is nothing is there. Now you may open Spyder. Okay, so open Spyder. Here you write something. Say this is our first Python program. Okay, now you may print something. Say file name is, say file name is file.py. Okay, and you may print like this, C is equal to anything plus something plus 6, and we can print the C. The output of C is, we can write like this way, and we can print it. So definitely you have to save it. So where you have to save it? You have to save it inside the C drive. You can see here this PC inside the C drive academic. Say name, say we can give any name, but I am giving a file, and save it. Okay, so 4 lines are there. You just see we have added 4 lines here, 1 comments line and 3 executable line. Achha. Here you no need to execute the program, because here Git helps not to execute the program, it helps to control the version. Okay, so you can see whether in academic folder, you can see that file is already there. Okay, so minimize it and open this one. Okay, so create a folder in C drive called academic, already you have created, and we can save. Then after that, create a file inside academic file.py. So it is a Python file. So it may be any file. It may be file. Okay, it may be file.ipynb is also okay, no problem. Okay, if you use Jupyter, then file.ipynb is also okay. It will work in the same way. Okay, now what you have to do? We have to enter it into the academic, because we are inside the C drive. You can see here we are inside the C drive. So inside C drive one folder is there. Name of the folder is what? It is academic. Okay, here file.py is there. It is there already. Okay, so we have to enter it into the academic folder, cd academic. Okay, now after that, what we have to do, we may set the, we may configure the Git if it is not there, if you haven't already set it. So we have to put two things. What are those things? We have to write, we have to put user email ID and username. So here we put email ID, the academician2021@gmail.com, and the name is what? The academician. So in that case, here you have to write, you just may copy it so that I can save my time. Okay, so we can copy it. So git config -- global user.email, that this is about email ID, enter it. Okay, then you can set the username. This is what our username. So git config -- global user.name, the academician. Actually, we need these two information. Actually, see, the thing is what? It is in distributed manner. That particular version, who is controlling this one? Who have updated this one? So the name we should know. And suppose we need to communicate with this. For that also we need the email ID so that we can communicate that person. Are you getting my point? So that's why we need these two information, user ID and the email. Achha. After that, definitely the first instructions always should be the git init. Always should be the git init. We have to initialize git. So we have to write here git init and enter. Okay, now it is done. So now nothing is there. So see, in a GitHub, 3 stages are there. 3 stages are there. First stage is what? Unstage. Unstaged part, staged part, and commit part. So every file always should be in a unstaged part. Suppose right now file.py is in unstaged section. So we have to add it. So that after that it will be in the file.py in a staged state, and the suppose Git wants to track that particular file. That file must be in a staged section. After that we have to commit. Okay, commit tells that whatever we want to change, already you have done it. Now the other people can also access it. Okay, the concept of a commit is same as the DBMS, or already we know. Now, so already we have initiated it, and so we have to initiate it. And now, first of all, we have to add. Okay, so one more thing is what Git status is one of the very important command to check every time the status of the Git. Now we can write Git status. Now you can see here file.py, it is red colored. It is untracked file. Okay, so first of all you have to add it to include in what it will be committed. So before commit, that should be the staged. Are you getting my point? So what you have to write? So the file.py is in unstaged, untracked file. It is not where the Git is not tracking this one. Okay, and before commit, that file must be in a tracked file, must be the in staged file. The file must be in a staged. So we can check. First of all, we have to add. So what we have to write? We have to write git add. You can see here, it is there. Git add. So what you can do? We have to write this git add file name, and you have to enter it. Now it is added. Now check once again Git status. Okay, now in the previous Git status, it was red colored. That means what? It is untracked. Okay, now if you execute it, Now it is green. Now Git is tracking this particular file. After that, Git can track it. Git can commit it. Okay. So so now the file.py, it is inside the, it is in states part. Display the status of the Git. Already you have discussed it. Git status. Now add one or more files. Add one more file, myfile2.py, and store it into the academic folder. Okay. So what you have to do? We may do one thing. Okay. So create one file. Name of the file, say myfile2.py. Here you may add something, say pre. So here, what is the problem? End of lines. Leave it, remove it, and save it. So where we want to save? In academic sections. Name of the file, say my file 2. Okay, and save it. So you can see here, inside this particular academic folder, two files are there, file and my file 2, and both are Python file. So here we are using my Python file. You may use any file. You may use doc file. You may use .ipy, then this one. So add one more file called myfile2 and store it into the academic folder already. Now we can check the status, Git status. What is given? Now you can check Git status, and enter. You can see here two files are there, file.py and myfile2.py. So it is green colored and it is red colored. Now just we have added this particular file and it is untracked file. Are you getting? And Git is already tracking this particular file, and we can commit this particular file, but we cannot commit this one because it is in unstaged section. Okay, it is inside the unstaged section. So definitely we have to add it. So we can see how to add it. So git add, then file name. Suppose 500 files are there, and I need to add every programs, every files. So we have to write git add asterisk and enter it. Now you can check Git status. Now you can see both the files are green colored file. That means Git is tracking both the files. Okay, so this one is also very important command. Okay. Now what is there inside the Git? We can check it. So you have to write like this way. Say Git dir.git, dir.git. We can check it. What I am doing, Git, and enter it. So you can see these are the file. These are the automatic files are there. Hooks, info, objects, refs, config, description, head, index, and so on. Okay. Okay. Now commit the messages. Commit with message. Suppose we want to commit it. Means suppose that file, now already you know. Suppose first of all we use git init to initialize the Git. After that, one file is there, file.py. We use git add, then file.py. Now that means what? We are transferring this particular file into the stage part. Now on stage to stage part, then commit. So to commit this one, we have to use this for git commit. And here we have to put the message. Now you can give your own message. You can give some meaningful string you may put here. So here you can put some meaningful message. So what you have to do? So now my next intention is to commit that particular, commit everything. Okay. So what we have to do? We have to write git commit. Okay. Dash aim with the message. Okay, so here we can write first commit, first time commit. Okay, and enter it. Now you can see here. So the message is what? It's the first commit. So two files are there. Okay, already you know two files are there. File.py and my file 2.py, and we have inserted something. Add plus means that we have inserted 9 lines here. So two files are there, file.py and my file 2.py. Now it is committed. Means what? Other people can use it. Okay, or till now everything is done. Everything is correct. No issue, no problem is there. Okay. So we can check Git status definitely. Every time we can check the Git status. So what is the Git status now? You can see here Git status on branch master, nothing to commit, working tree clean, because already we have committed. Okay, everything is there, everything is okay, no problem is there. Okay, now change few lines in file.py. Okay, suppose we want to change it, we want to change some lines. Okay, so you just open it, and here my file, here just do one thing, delete one line. Okay, add few lines, say a is equal to say c plus 6. Are you getting my point? And add one line. The output of a is capital A. So we have deleted one line and we have added two lines. Okay, we have deleted one lines and we have added two lines. Okay, and definitely we have to save it. Definitely we have to save it. Save that particular file. Now you just check the status. You can check the status. So here you can write Git status. Okay, so before that you can see here, before that it is clean, working tree is clean, nothing is there, nothing to commit. Now we have changed something, so we can check whether how Git is tracking the program. Now if it is okay, are you getting my point? So here and enter it. Now you can see here, now it is red. Now this it is modified and nothing to commit because it is in unstaged section. It is inside the unstaged section. It is untracked. So we have to, first of all, we have to add it. Then only we can commit it. Are you getting my point? So in this way, the Git is tracking that particular file. Now, okay, now it is okay. Now see, something we have changed it. Now to show list of commits made in the current Git, we can write like Git Log. It is important. It is also important. Git Log. You can check. It returns something. What it returns? It returns one long string. So we can track any Git using this particular string. Okay, the author is what? The academician, and his email ID is this one. And date is what? It's a message is what? First commit. So it's very important. We can understand, okay, this is what our first, and we can see the date and time. Okay, so this is what we can check the list of commits. Now, what is the Git status now? You can check Git status. So it is red. Okay, it is red is there. So suppose, so first of all we have to add it, then you can commit it. But if you want to do it simultaneously, first add, then commit. So what you have to write? We have to write this one, Git commit. You can check. You can write like this way. You can write Git commit -a. Okay, -a. Then you can give your message. Okay, this is our second commit. Okay, and enter it. Okay, you can check it. One file changed. Okay, you can see already you have changed it. One file change. We have 3 insertions and 2 deletions. Are you getting my point? So it is giving it reflects the changes. So this is our second commit. The message is there. Okay, so once again you can check the log, commit log, git log. You can check that, git one. Okay, so you can check git log. So you can see 2 commits are there. Okay, 2 commits are there. First one, this is what first one, and this is what second one. Just we have done. Okay, so you can check it. This is our first, and this is our second. So through git log we can check how many commits are there. Okay. Next, to get more information about the changes, we may use git log -p. We may write. Acha, it is clone. It is colon is there. So just press Q. Okay, so you just press Q. You will enter into this particular prompt. So you can check what git log -p. You can see the output. So you can see the output. So it gives the details. So this is our second commit. Okay, press Q, or you may write git log stat, git log -- stat, enter it. So it gives summary of this one, summary of the last commit. Okay, you can see here. So this is our second commit. Okay, email ID and user, date, time. Okay, this is what the tracking number. Through this particular hash number we can track that particular commit, and we can see the number of changes. Okay, so you can see 3 insertions are there and 2 deletions are there. So plus means insertion, green plus means insertion, red dash is deletion, and file is what? File name is what? File.py, one file changed. So through this particular we can get the summary, means how many changes are there, what are those changes, and everything. So here we put the Q and it will enter. Okay. Now to see the changes that are staged but not committed. Okay, the files that are staged but not committed, what we have to write? We have to write like this way. So you have to write this one. Okay, so here you have to type git diff, then -- staget, enter it. Okay, so nothing is there. We can check the status. Okay, so actually we have committed. Here we have committed, that's why nothing is there. Okay, so to see the changes that are staged but not committed, so what we can do one thing. You just add something here. Okay, you just add something here. Just add 2 more lines here. File, in this particular file, you just add some more lines. Say print. You just add something here, this one and this one. Okay, you just add something. Say now it is say hash. Okay, and save it. Okay, then open it first, then this one. So what you can do, you just add everything. So you can check. So git add asterisk, we have added. Now you can check git diff -- staget, staged. Now you can see here. Okay, so file here, file is there. Okay, so what we have done, so to see the changes that are staged but not committed. So C is equal to 4 plus 6. Now we can print 6 and we can print A also. Achha, have you saved it? Have you saved it? We can see here. Have you saved it? Okay, we have saved it. File dot name is what? File dot py, and this is what? Okay, and you can check it. So here you can see here file.py, a file.py, b file.py. So the difference is this is the difference. Okay, press Q and click. Okay, now to show information about the commit and its associated patch, we have to write git show, show. You can see here git show here. This is our second commit. Okay, and the difference is a file.py, b file.py. Actually, getting my point. Now, suppose you want to check any particular git commit. So you want to check this particular commit. So what you have to write? So you have to write like this way. Git show. You can write git show, then the string and enter it. You can get the details of that particular commit. Say 1000 commits are there. We need to know any particular commit. So you can do it. Now display the list of track files. So how many track files are there? You can give these instructions: git ls dash tree dash dash full dash tree dash dash name dash only dash r dot master and enter it. So you can see the list of track file. So these two are the list of track file, file.py and myfile2.py. Okay, now to take whatever is currently in our staging area and run the git commit working flow to override the previous commit. So to override the previous commit, what you have to write? We have to write git commit.amend dash dash amend. So to override the previous commit, what we have to do? We have to do this one. Say git commit, then dash dash amend. Okay, and enter it. So here, if you want to amend it, you have to change the things. Okay, so you have to give the message, otherwise one message will open. So this is our second commit, or you can say this is our second updated commit. Okay, you have to insert I. You have to press I, then only you can type. So second updated commit. Okay, then press escape :WQ. Okay, it's a Linux command. Now you can check it. So one file change, 5 insertion, 2 deletions. This is our second updated commit. Achha, file renamed or deleted. Suppose we want to delete something. Okay, suppose you want to delete something. What you have to do? We can check the status. So we have to write git status. Enter it. So nothing is there. And what you can do, you just change my file to my file. Okay, so what you can do, you just create, say my file 2 here instead of renaming it. So where is the renaming is there? Save as. Okay, save as. Now instead of my file, I just put my file only and save it. Okay, now we can check the folder whether folder is there enough. So here file, my file, and my file 2 is there. 3 files are there. So delete it. You just delete this particular file. We have deleted it. Now check the status. Now see the status. What is the status? Git status. Now see the summary. Deleted file is what? myfile2.py. You have deleted it. And untracked file is that myfile.py. Okay. So if you want to commit, So git commit m, we can give one. So can we commit it directly? Can you commit it directly? Check it. File name change. We cannot commit it directly. Okay. So we cannot commit it directly. So definitely, first of all, you have to add it. Then we can commit it. Okay. So first we have to add and commit. So we are doing here simultaneously we are doing. So we can write like this way. So file name is changed. File name is changed and enter it. So one file changed, 5 deletions, everything is there inside this. Okay, we can check Git status. Okay, so myfile.py, it is not actually nothing to add to commit, but untracked files present. So myfile.py, we have to add it. Okay, so how to add it? So git add asterisk. Okay, you can check status once again. Now it is tracked. It is green. Okay, undoing changes before committing. Okay, undoing changes before commit. So suppose we want to change something inside the my file. Now suppose we want to change it. So this is what our my file. We what is what is the present status? It is we are tracking this one. Okay, and here how many lines are there? We can see 4 lines are there. Now add some more lines here. We just take 2 lines here, these 2 lines, and add it here. Okay, so we have added 4 lines inside the myfile.py and save it. Okay, now in this my file 2 lines are there and here 4 lines are there. Inside my file 2, 4 lines are there. Now see what to do. So first this one, then this one. So git is taking. Now what you have to write? Git checkout my file. So undoing changes before committing. What we have changed? Just undo it. So what? Git checkout file name is what? My file.py and enter it. Updated one path from the index. Now see the file. You just see that 4 lines are gone. Are you getting? Here 2 lines are there, but 4 lines are gone. Means whatever you have added it, now you just remove it. You can remove it like using this particular command. Okay, are you getting my point? Undoing changes before committed. We have seen if you need to check out individual changes instead of the whole file, you can do that using the -p file. Okay, so something you want to change individually. So once again we have added something. We want to add something. We want to add something. This one, these 2 lines inside this one. This one. Okay, save it. Okay, now we want to execute this one. So git checkout, right, like this way, git checkout checkout -p my file.py and enter it. No new lines at the end of file. So discard this hung from the buffer. Just you can see the green part we have just added. Discard this hung from the buffer. So why? Yes. Now see the program once again. You just see my file, those lines are gone. Nothing is there. Okay, and remember one thing, these files are the non-committed. These are non-committed files. Okay, now you can check the status, Git status. Okay, so Git is tracking this particular file. Now suppose we need to amend. So what we have to amend commits. So to update the last commit, to include changes, we run git commit dash dash amend. Git will take whatever is currently in our staging area and run the git commit workflow to override the previous commit. Okay, so here we can write overwrite the previous commit. So overwrite git commit dash dash amend dash same with message and enter it. So one file change, zero insertion, zero deletion. Rename. So renaming is what? My file, you can see. My file to. So it gives the all the information. It gives all the information. Achha, if you realize you have added something to the staging area that we didn't want to commit, we can unstage our changes by using the git reset command. Are you getting my point? So you see, three stages are there: unstage part, stage part, commit part. So we have to add it to to insert into the stage part. This is the unstage part, and here you have to write commit to commit the file. Now suppose you want to convert a file stage to unstage, so you have to write reset. Okay, so transferring stage to unstage, you have to write reset. So what you have to write? So already you know the status. That git, what is the git status right now? Git status. I want need to check. Nothing is there. Okay. So first of all, we have to add something. Git add everyone. What is the git status? Okay, nothing is there. So changes something. You just change something. Add some more lines. Add some more lines. Save it. Now what is the git status? Okay, now it is what? Modified myfile.py, and definitely we can add it. Git add everyone, everything. Okay, and check the status, git status. So that myfile.py, it is in myfile.py. It is what? It is inside the stage part. So we have to unstage it. So what you have to write? You have to write git reset. Git reset. Enter it. Now you can check the status, git status. Now you can see it is red. So before that it is green, now it is red. That means what? We are transferring from stage to unstaged. Achha, a rollback commit. Make a new commit which effectively roll back a previous commit. So to roll back the previous commit, it is a bit like an undoing the command. So we have to roll back the previous commit. So you can see the git log. Okay, so here git log, you can see git status, then git log, two commits are there. Okay, press Q. Achha, just write git revert, revert. Okay, and check git status. So my file 2, it is in it is untracked part. Achha, what about the git log? And press Q. So using git revert, make a new commit which is effectively roll back a previous commit. So we may use git revert to roll back. Achha, to remove a file, suppose we want to remove a file from the file, any file. Suppose we can see the directory. Here two files are there, file and myfile.py. So if you want to delete that file, what you have to write? Git remove file.py and enter it. And we can check once again dir You can check that file is not there now. We have deleted it. Only my file is there. Okay, you can check the status, Git status. So deleted, file.py is deleted. It is deleted and it is in unstage. My file.py, it is unstage. Okay, we can commit it definitely. For permanently, we have to commit it. So commit co commit -in. We may give some message. So we need to delete file.py. This is what our message, and enter it. So one file change, 7 deletions, delete mode, file.py. Okay, you can check the status. Okay, so it is untracked. My file py still it is untracked. And to track it, what you have to write, add git add everything, git add everything. You can check the status, not is tracked. Definitely you can commit it. Okay, so git commit. If you write git commit only, it will open one window, and here you have to put some message. If you don't write, it will not commit. If you don't write anything, it will not commit. So press I, insert mode, then you may add something. You may add message, add something inside the message box. Okay, then press escape, (WQ), enter. Okay, you can check git status. So nothing to commit. Already we have committed everything. Okay, so that is the end of this particular video. Thank you. So this is our first video on Git. We will prepare another video where we will discuss in detail about the branch and everything, and how you communicate with the Git and GitHub. So what is the difference between Git and GitHub? GitHub is the web version. It's a cloud version. So we can download directly. You can download data file from GitHub to Git directly, or you can upload file from Git to GitHub directly. So we'll see in later. Okay. So that is the end of this particular video. Thank you.